Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is August 21st, 2024 and Barcelona are still negotiating with Nike for that contract renewal. Also, Mika Faye will have to choose between three offers that Barcelona have received. And finally, Barcelona's main objective for the left wing is now Federico Chiesa. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure to hit the goal kits, skip back, or fanatics. If you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you hit the bet us. All links are down below in the description. Now, I'll begin with the news that Barcelona are still negotiating with Nike, as the two giants have yet to agree on how much Nike will pay Barcelona per season. Now, as you know, Barcelona are currently in negotiations to extend their contract with Nike because Laporta found out that Nike was severely underpaying Barcelona thanks to that contract renewal back in 2018 at the hands of Bartomeu. And Barcelona did try to get out of this contract initially by suing Nike in court, alleging breach of contract, because Nike had delivered merchandise late. In other occasions, they hadn't even stocked enough merchandise, which caused low sales of shirts for Barcelona. So Barcelona brought up all these distribution and deadline problems in court, suing Nike for breach of contract. The court did rule in favor of Nike. However, Barcelona have appealed that decision, and in fact, they've already gone to court twice in 1 week in order to continue arguing that Nike have breached their contract with Barcelona. Now, in the meantime, Barcelona are still negotiating with Nike to extend that contract, where Barcelona won 115 million euros per season. However, it's reported that Nike so far, or their latest offer so far, has been 95 million euros per season plus 150 million euros signing bonus. But Barcelona, again, are not content with that 95 million per season. They want 150 million euros per season. They believe that the brand is worth more. So it looks like for now, negotiations are going to continue between the two giants. Now, we're also going to have to keep track of that lawsuit in court because, again, if Barcelona win that lawsuit and the court does determine that Nike did indeed breach the contract, Barcelona would have more leverage to renew the contract, because now they can say, you either offer me what you want, what I want, or the court just said you breached the contract, so I can leave you and sign with someone else like Puma. But if the opposite happens, where the court says that Nike did not breach the contract, now Nike can then use that and say, well, you either accept what I'm offering or you're stuck with me under the old contract. So we're going to have to wait and see how this whole plays out. But as Laporta said, this is going to be medium to long term. So it looks like we are in the long haul for this whole Nike fiasco, and see how the whole thing ends up. Now, more news, because it's reported that Barcelona have received 3 offers for Mika Faye. Now, after Barcelona have reached 2 agreements today, one for İlkay Gündoğan to return to Manchester City and the other one for Vitor Roque to go on loan for Real Betis. We all know that Mika Faye is next on that exit ramp, because as we know, Mika Faye has failed to impress Hansi Flick during the preseason. And given that Barcelona have a plethora of center backs, Mika Faye is one player that Barcelona are looking to offload in order to make some money and help their financial fair play. Now, it's reported that Barcelona have received 3 offers for the Senegalese center back. The first one is from Rennes, who have offered 11 million euros plus a sell-on fee. So if Rennes sell him in the future, Barcelona would get a percentage of that. And they're also offering a buyback clause in case Barcelona do want to sign the player back in the future. We also have a new club who have made an offer, which is PSV Eindhoven, the club that Barcelona offloaded Dest to. Yes, right? Yes. PSV Eindhoven have offered 11 million euros fixed for Mika Faye plus 2 million euros in variables, and they've also offered a buyback clause but it is pretty high. It's worth 30 million euros. And finally, we have Lille, who have also made an offer. We don't know the exact numbers of this offer, but we do know that these three clubs have made official offers from Mika Faye, Rennes and Lille from the Ligue 1, and then PSV Eindhoven from the Dutch League. And of course, it's all going to be up to Mika Faye himself to decide which club will be his next destination. Now, Barcelona originally wanted 15 million euros for Mika Faye, but they have had to lower their asking price because they realized there aren't many clubs or any clubs willing to pay that. Because after all, Mika Faye, as promising as he might be, he's only played in the 3rd division of Spanish League. And nobody's going to pay you more. No one's going to pay you 15 million for a 3rd division player. Anyways, more news because it's reported that Barcelona have now made Federico Chiesa as their main objective for that left wing position. Now, Chiesa's agent, Fali Ramadani, had offered the player to Barcelona on previous occasions, and now once again, because we know that Chiesa does not want to stay at Juventus. He has refused to renew his contract, and as a result, Juventus have put him on the market. Now, Juventus have refused to negotiate with any Italian clubs because they don't want to reinforce any of their competitors, so they are prioritizing offloading Chiesa outside of the Serie A. And while given that Fali Ramadani is a very good friend of Jean Laporta, in fact, he has business dealings with Laporta's son, and he's even helped Barcelona in the past. It was Fali Ramadani who helped Barcelona sign Franck Kessié for free. He also helped Barcelona sign Marcos Alonso for free. And he was also instrumental in the signing of Aubameyang. So this is someone who's very close to Barcelona. So given that Chiesa wants out of the Juventus wants to send them to a league outside of the Serie A, and Chiesa's agent is a very close friend of Laporta and Barcelona. Barcelona are now considering this signing because it would be pretty easy one to complete, especially since it's reported that Juventus are asking for around 15 to 20 million euros. Now, Barcelona consider that this would be a pretty good price for Chiesa, who is only 26 years old, who is a specialist in the left wing position, who can play on both flanks. Barcelona consider this a good price, and it's reported that Barcelona will be willing to make an offer of 10 million euros plus some variables to Juventus for Chiesa. And in fact, it's reported that Chiesa is even willing to lower his salary to come to Barcelona. Now, Chiesa currently makes around 6 million euros net at Juventus. He's willing to accept 4.5 million euros at Barcelona, so reducing his salary to come to the club. In fact, during his renewal negotiation with Juventus, he was asking between 7 to 8 million. And he was asking Premier League clubs between 8 to 10 million. So not only would he be willing to lower his current salary, he's also lowering his asking salary, because his asking salary was even higher than that. Because Chiesa really wants to come to Barcelona, and he has also paused negotiations with any clubs because he first wants to see what Barcelona have to offer. Now, given the low asking price of Juventus, given that the player is willing to reduce his salary, given that the player is willing to come to Barcelona, and that Juventus want to send the player outside of the Serie A, plus the fact that Chiesa's agent is a very close friend of Laporta in Barcelona, it's looking very highly likely that Barcelona could end up signing Chiesa, which begs the question, what do you guys think about Barcelona bringing Chiesa for the left wing position? Do you think it's a good idea? Nah, let me know down below. And we will end today's video with the news that AC Milan have revealed how much they would want for Rafael Leao. Now, as I reported in yesterday's video, Deco had reached out to AC Milan to see, what would be their asking price for Rafael Leao. And that was just an inquiry that was overblown by the media, who started to print headlines stating that Barcelona was going to sign Rafael Leao. Of course, on here, I'm not here to sell you any smoke. I'm not here to try to clickbait you. I was pretty honest with you. I told you there's no way that Barcelona could sign Rafael Leao. The club simply are not in a financial condition to do that. And while today it's been revealed that AC Milan considered that Leao is not transferable, and if Barcelona or anyone wants to sign him, they would need to pay at least 130 million euros. Again, 130 million euros, which confirms what I told you yesterday. There's absolutely no way that Barcelona could sign Leao. I think this was just a simple inquiry made by Deco, which was completely overblown by the media. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. I did do a podcast earlier today. Make sure to check it out. Lots of news in there. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, peace, Barca.